All right, everybody. I was really close on that last recording. It's not TK from Digimon. It's Koromon. We looked it up in between. I was that damn close. But all right, we are on to another episode. We're out of the doom and gloom, and we're into the fan service, baby. All right, go ahead.
Oh, Mike. Yes. This is the fan service episode called Sit in the Hot Tub Till You're Sick. On their way to the gunman rallying point, Team Gurren decides to take a break at a hot springs getaway they find in the middle of nowhere, only to discover not everything is as it seems. By the way, this episode features several clip show sequences in place of scenes that were considered inappropriate for television, such as a subplot involving Kamina attempting to see the girls nude.
That box that I talked about, it has the actual episode in it. That's one of these special features, yeah.
Oh, so the episode is called "There Are Some Things I Just Have to See."
Yep. That was one of the big selling points of that thing, was like, has the not okay for TV version of it. Yeah.
I was wondering why, like, halfway through this turned into a clip show.
Yeah, it's really jarring. It happens out of nowhere, but yeah.
Anyway, this is, you know what? Even with the clip show, this is still one of the sillier episodes of the series.
With the use of censorship.
Mm-hmm.
I won't stop you. Go ahead.
I mean, what else can you call this but fan service, the episode?
This is one of my favorite gifs of all time. The gift where Simone and Kamina are like cycloning with their arms up through the women as they first enter the thing. It's just like, the entire time, Rossio, this isn't right. This isn't right. No, why are we doing this? Someone please pay attention. This is not good.
Oh, and speaking of Vero, they make a lot of jokes about how apparently unmemorable he was.
Exactly. They fourth wall break him so hard. Who the hell is that? How do you not remember a great Willigoose? It's like, oh no, it's like, how do you honestly not remember? He was a really tough opponent. No, I don't remember who that is. I forget every time I watch it that they totally are like, yep, it's up to this point. And that's the first time Kamina really says something. He's like, wait, who the hell was that? He's only been not on the show for like 2 episodes. It's not like he was Naruto in like 400 episodes earlier where they don't see him. Another thing with that, where we meet up with the black siblings again.
Yep.
And I believe it was... Okay, it's Keenan, Keo, and Kial. I believe Kial's the oldest blonde one. I always get their names mixed up. I've seen this show how many times I will never get it right. I believe it's Kial. No. Keenan? I'm going to get that wrong every time. The oldest blonde of the Black Sisters was like, oh, who are the kids, Yoko? Did you and Kamina? I'm like, both of them are at least 6 to 7 years old. You haven't seen them in like 2 weeks.
Time must apparently move different in her mind.
It's like, come on. I love the black siblings. Don't make her out to be a dumb blonde. And I was like, they thankfully don't. But that was the moment where I got really scared. Oh, Keenon is the youngest one that's got the brown hair, I think. Oh, I feel like such a moron. I always forget what their names are. Keenon, Kial, and...
Keaton is the oldest.
Yep, I always remember Keaton. Keaton, Kial, Keenon. Oh. Now I can't remember the third one's name. Okay, wow. It's gone. It just went away from me. Holy crap. But anyway, we get to meet up with the black siblings again. And because they didn't want the male to female ratio to be even, they had to leave Keaton away just so we had the sisters there. And then, yeah, I love how it's a character you never get an explanation for, because he is just in the episode and he happens to work at the bathhouse. Is the old man.
Does he even have a single line of dialogue, or is he just?
In this episode, no.
Oh, so we'll see him again.
You do. That's not a spoiler. He's just one of those characters that is in the background going, uh. But yeah. And it's like, it always makes me wonder because he's not with the Beastmen. He was just there. That's why my first thought when I saw him is like, why are you, what? There's explanations later, but I'm just like, that makes no sense. And the thing that, like, you know how I forgot, I've seen it so many times. I always forget that they ride those one beast backwards when you first meet the Black siblings. Every time I watch the show, I always forget that the bathhouse was literally plugged into the side of the mountain.
like where does that plug even?
Did they have electricity going all the way through all of the freaking flooring of the desert? Like, I still don't know.
Apparently,
I don't understand how they have electricity in Jiha Village. I still don't know. But yeah, it's 60% of this thing is a clip show. And then you get a little bit of a fight, and then set up with your boy, who we were hoping to see more of. He's back, and I can't. That theme, that opening guitar riff with his theme, I will never get sick of. Every time, it's always the best.
So good.
You know shit's about to go down. It's so good. But yeah, I've talked a lot. If there's anything else you have to say, there's not much other than the fan service. Go ahead.
I'm really struggling to come up with big things to say about this other than the fan service because like 60% of the episode is clip shows.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That's a good opportunity to have a larger discussion about like where we are so far in the series.
Yeah, but I will get there in a second because there is at least one thing that I want to mention. Yoko uses a pistol that I am quite sure, if I jog my memory correctly, never comes up again ever. That she just has to shoot that cage down. And that's it. Where'd you keep it? I don't know. But anyway.
It's anime. It doesn't have to make sense.
It's anime. It doesn't have to make sense. And Kamina and Simone were happy because the thing everyone thought was going to happen at the end of the episode happened. And then the world fell apart because it happened. But anyway, yeah. So we can talk about where we were at. So go ahead.
So far, I think I'm just really liking the show so far.
Good.
I love how it has a very playful attitude. I know it's unfair of me to compare this constantly to Neon Genesis, even though I think the director worked on both.
He did.
So
there's a lot of Gainax staff that worked on Evangelion. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I think I like the playfulness of the series. I love the escalation. How even when they see these smaller.
Okay, I'm completely wrong, and I didn't know this, so I didn't want to say it. I thought it was, but I didn't want to screw up. It is basically just made by Gainax.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I love like the way the show escalates, and even when I meet like those smaller, like I guess bunny looking gunmen, it takes them like 3 seconds to knock them all out.
Yep. And they even bring that up too. There's just like, maybe these things are getting weaker. They're like, no, they're just as tough as they are. We're just getting stronger. And then they have to fight a gunman that is, it's very much the tallest I've had to that point. I was trying to remember exactly how big it was in comparison to Gurren.
Oh, are you talking about the hot tub?
Yeah. Gurren was like the size of its foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. The escalation. They find new ways each time, like to slowly ramp things up. So I'm imagining by the time I get to the end of the stuff, my mind like thinking about that compared to the pilot will just be blown.
Well, it will be blown, but not nearly as when A, you watch the final string of like 7 episodes, and then B, when I show you the proportional, I don't even know how to explain it, thing that they do in that damn movie. I have to look it up because every time I get the details wrong when I try to describe it to people, it's the by far most ridiculous thing I have seen in any manner of entertainment ever. Never seen anything top it. That is when your mind will blow. But when you say about how they ramp stuff up, the gas is about to be pushed through the floor when this next episode happens, because it takes a slight break for a few episodes, but then it hits right back on the gas after it. And then there's very few, they only coast for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then the gas keeps getting hit. It's basically they just have to fill the tank back up. Yeah. And I was wrong. It's 8 episodes technically till the stuff, not 7. But
okay.
Yeah, I always get the exact number of episodes wrong and that one wrong because I don't consider the clip shows technically one. And there's one episode that is literally just them working on artwork and doing a recap. So that's why I always get the 1 episode tilt difference off. But yeah.
Wait. So there's more than 1 clip show before the stuff?
No, not before the stuff, no. But no, that episode, I'm talking in total. That one happens, I believe, at the halfway point of the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Lord, no. No. You have 2 full episodes of full plot detail and fighting before you get to the stuff. Well, I should say the stuff happens in the second episode, string of episodes we're going to do after this. But yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're really at the stepping point before you know exactly what the show is about, because you're about to you're going to at least meet one of the shows. Well, I can't exactly say that because Viral is one of them. Viral is one of the main like subset of antagonists in the show. There is a main of the first core, I want to say. And then Viral is one of the people that's underneath him. And you're about to meet one of the ones that's underneath him. And then you're going to get a lot more of what the story is and what it's like after you meet this upcoming next person.
Speaking of Viral, here's how you know like that this show is working for me. Like I was disappointed that I had to stop watching at the end of this episode. When Viral showed up.
Yep, everyone's knocked out of their ass, bare ass naked, and Viral is like, I'm gonna kill you all. Yeah, hairless ape, it's been a long time. The guy that does Viral's voice acting, his name escapes me at the current moment, but the dude does great. And we looked it up last time because we couldn't remember exactly who it was, but then we were shocked at who it was.
Yeah, Sam Riegel.
Sam Riegel. That dude does great. Like, he sounds like a vermin human. I can't describe just like how perfectly he fits that role. That's why I wanted us, for everyone who does not know, we are watching the English dub of it because in my opinion, it is by far superior than the sub version because of the people that they got to voice everyone. Like, alone with Viral, Simone, Kamina, Yoko, Kitan, and Liron especially.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the personality injected into them that they do with these people that they got in the roles.
And to be clear, we're talking about the second dub that's available on Netflix.
Yes. It starts with a G, or it's a G or a D. They have the information for both dubs on IMDb. I can't remember what the first one's called. But yeah, we're speaking of the second one because a different person voices Kamina. I don't know. I can't remember the guys. I don't remember exactly who all gets replaced or some of them are similar, but yeah, that one's not that great. This one is very good. I'm gonna have to look up the name. I believe it's like Diex or like Gaix or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah. To me, at least, everyone has their own preferences. Like, there's a lot of anime that I like to watch subbed, but this is just one where I watched it once in English and I could not turn back. I can't stand watching it, not in it. I have to watch the videos or the movies in it, obviously, but it's fine. Those are just recaps anyway, pretty much, except for the ends of them. But yeah, we are about to pound full force into plot. So yeah, if you want to record stuff earlier than on Saturdays just to get some episoding in, I will not yell at you. You just got to let me know when we want to record it. So if that ever hits your urges, you let me know.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Get there. That's fine. Yeah. So this is another one where it's going to be like, I don't even know if I should ask you if you would have done anything different, because you didn't get to see like 40% of the episode because of the clip shows of them deeming it not okay. And then it's basically just a fight. And then your favorite part's when Viral shows up at the end, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
literally that is the only thing I would change. I would want to just see the stuff that I missed.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure you could look it up. I would love to show you, but a lot of streaming places are not, you can't even get it on streaming places. Like, I don't know of an active way to stream it to you through something I have, but if I ever figure that out someday, you get to see a lot more fan service. I myself have actually never watched it, but I just know that I have it. I have yet to take the actual discs out of that thing. You know what? I've never shown it. Hold on. I try not to show too much of this just to not to spoil it for Mike, but that is the one that I'm talking about. Is my second favorite with the star. That one's really good. But this is the baby that costed me $500 in person. It was worth every penny. No, it's $550. It was $550. But yeah, that's got the unedited one in there. I believe there's another episode in there too. I have to think exactly on it, but yeah, there's a lot of extra goodies, the 2 videos, all the music, and all that other stuff. That, if anyone likes Gurren and you can ever get a price discount on that thing, it's well worth it. I'm waiting until I can get like another version, and then that thing is going to be going in a case, like glass case on display, because I will never have anything disc related that is more expensive than that thing. I'm not.
That looks like a very prized possession.
It is. I carried that around like a child at the convention when I bought it. I was so scared. It was half the money that I had when I went to that anime convention in Milwaukee. It was well worth it. But yeah, that is the end of that one. Sorry if these two, if this one, the one before, didn't have a lot of commentary on it. It was kind of, they just basically are there to say what they want to say, and then not a lot from it. Like I said, we're about to hit the nitty gritty. And then there's going to be a lot to talk about, and there's never going to not be, because there's never a lot of filler in these. And
these might be the only 2 episodes that constitute as filler.
Yeah.
And that's also speaking subjectively.
Yeah. And there is a couple that coming up that not a lot happen in. But again, they are mood setters, but there is plot that happens. It's hard to explain. You'll obviously see it when you get it there, but they are meant to provoke a feeling within you by toying with what happens to the characters and not outright saying what they want you to feel. But we'll get there when we get there. Anyway, so like I said, we are right before what I keep referring to with Mike as the stuff, because he is, for those who don't know what we specified, Mike has seen most of it, but you never finished, right?
Yeah. At most I've seen, and I even then I don't even remember how much of it I have seen. I think I must have stopped right before the stuff.
Okay. All right then, because there's stuff in the show that anyone, whenever they hear the name Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann, they know of between 2 to 3 events that happen, because you literally can't escape them because they're memed to death. And again, if you ever saw the names of the titles of the episode and then watch the episodes, you're like, wow, those are spoilers as hell. But then it's like, you remember, you're like, oh, that's the episode where that happens. Oh yeah. But all right. I cannot even put into words how much I am looking forward to our next recording session.
Oh yes, me neither.
Oh, I cannot wait. But all right, Mike, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Captain K42. Check out my quick thought reviews on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And find me in all the Facebook groups just at my name. Check out Renegade Pop Culture on Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you find your podcasts. Check out our Twitter, Ren Pop Culture. And check out our website, renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Yes. And I don't know if Kiona did it or not, but they're actually going to start putting fresh takes up on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
look for that soon.
Yes, I'm very thankful of Kiona for that. He was very, very awesome for doing that. Kiona is an awesome dude, you guys. He works his ass off, and we all greatly appreciate it. He's awesome for doing it. You can find me at Organoid Zero on Twitch. You can find me on this YouTube channel, obviously. Me and Mike do stuff quite a bit. We'd be doing a lot more if the world wasn't in the crapper. Oh boy, I hope that people can watch this if they get into the show like 5 years later and be like, what do you mean the world's beautiful and everyone gets along and it's fine? And we can't do movie reviews. You'll get that later on. That's fine. Mike lives in New York and I just don't get movies because guess what? Tenet's not important enough. And Disney doesn't want me to watch Mulan in the theater, so I'm not watching it. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm having a blast getting to do this with you. And like I said, these recording sessions are about to get a lot more in depth because we're going to start hitting a lot of the nitty gritty, and I cannot wait. Spin on, everybody. I love you very much. And next recording session, we will be talking about quote unquote the stuff. So we'll see you next time.